And welcome to the final stream of the year. As late as is semi-viable, sorta, kinda. Considering we're not doing the actual changing of the year here. Not gonna do that. But we are here, and we're gonna wrap up this year. When it comes to at least Vigi games, maybe also movies, I'm not sure. But that's at least the idea for today. But first of all, hello Cat, hello Beauty, hello Manny, hello. You're planning to take a shower next year? Eventually, yeah. Eventually I might do the same, yeah, true. Oh no, trust me. Me not showering for a year? Nah. It's gonna make no one happy. No one out there, but also no one in here. Trust me, nah. Not gonna happen. Ah. No. So yeah, that's the idea. Now the mic is open, and by that I mean, hello Luigi. Thank you. If people want to join me on Discord, they can. You don't have to, but you can if you want. And discuss things with me. Or you can just do it in chat. Whatever you want. But yeah, know that you can join if you want to. Found a way to not swear. Yeah, nah, not gonna happen. Not gonna fucking happen. No. Oh, not sweat. Oh. I mean, true. I would not be able to do CrossFit again because I need the sweat in order for my body temperature to stay somewhat in acceptable range. Like, I'm a big sweater. I sweat very quickly. But my body also needs that. If it wouldn't happen, then all the warmth would just go up to my head and I would faint in, no time flat. That would not work at all. What am I wearing? Well, I'm wearing my Christmas alter ego, which whom I cosplayed actually, what was it, 2 years ago? 3 years ago? I don't remember how long ago that was. Where I actually had the full beard and I painted it white. There were white particles in it, but it looked kind of muddy, more grayish, but whatever. Was the idea. So yeah. So yeah. Now the way we're gonna do this, like a lot of people tend to make a tier list, but that's not what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do is actually go through IMDb on this one. And the reason for that is because all the tier lists on the tier list website, they are either not complete, they are either cluttered with a lot of stuff that I don't care about, and you just see the very small pictures. It's very difficult to fully pick out what everything is. So therefore, I'm gonna do things differently. I'm gonna go through a giant list that is on IMDb with releases. And now I filtered it down to at least having each mention in the list has at least one review, at the very least. So all the top games and everything we want to talk about is in there, but also a lot of fluff that we are just going to go through. Like for the games, there are 321 in this list. And we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up to the number 1. And we're just going to talk about it. We're just going to talk about it, whether I played it or not, whether it's good or not. Maybe I'm still going to play it, whatever. So there's not going to be a physical tier list, however you want to call it, in the end, because tier lists are arbitrary. They are very, you know, they can be all over the place. Like, it's yeah, whatever. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Now, depending on how long it takes for us to go through the entire list of games, I've done pretty much the same thing for movies. I've set up the same list. And there we're going to start with, let me see here, number 257. Because everything underneath that is just, what is this? I have no idea. But from 257, there's at least some things that need to be mentioned at the very least. And then we'll work our way up from there as well. Having said that, again, the mic is open. If you want to join on Discord, you are more than welcome to join. You don't have to, but know that you can. That leaves us with turning off this music, turning on this music there, and then we switch there. There we go. And now let me check this real quick. Get back here. And there, that's better. All right, so the list starts at 321. Heretic plus Hexen, which is a like re-release, HD, remaster, whatever you want to call it. You know, a slightly updated version of the originals, which we actually played on this channel for a little bit. They're great, not great, they're old. Like, for the time, they are probably decent. I never really played them as a kid, even though I did own them. But I never really bothered to get into them because they're not just run and shoot. There's more to it. And I just never got into them. I mean, when we did these games for the Bethesda thing, I couldn't get into them either. So yeah, these are just, they're there, but we don't care. And like I said, there's a bunch of fluff in here that we're just gonna skip. Like Yu-Gi-Oh games, sure, whatever, don't care. We're just gonna look at the ones that are actually worth mentioning. Like Water Park Simulator. Maybe that's something for you, Beauty. I think you actually have that on your wish list. I'm not exactly sure if you have it, but I think that's on your wish list, but yeah, anyway, oh, you haven't? Well, maybe you might want to look into that. I'm not sure if it's good or anything. It exists at the very least, so do with that what you want. Yeah, the Division expansion, Katamari, don't care. Apparently there was a Tron game that came out this year? I think I vaguely remember this, but I honestly don't remember, really? But it's a thing, I guess. Now the Gex trilogy, I believe those were just the old games. You know, also updated for modern systems. Now back in the day I wanted to play the Gex games, but I just never got them, so I never did. So yeah, it just never happened, I guess. So I don't have the the nostalgia for it, I don't care, really. Now, Escape from Duckov, it's, you know, a parody on Escape from Tarkov. I mean, it's still an extraction shooter. Like, Arc Raiders is going to be somewhere high up in this list. I don't care for these kinds of games. Now, RV There Yet. I mean, it's probably a funny game, but... yeah, exactly. Like, we were discussing whether we were gonna play this within the community or not. I don't particularly care for these kinds of things, but I know it. These ratings are on IMDb, so take them with a grain of salt. But it seems to be decent enough, but yeah, no. It's kind of one of those games where we're probably going to play it for like 20 minutes and then I'm going to be done and then a few people still like it and they're going to play some more, but yeah. I don't care. Now, The Seance of Blake Manor is a point-and-click game. I actually gifted this during Christmas to Beauty. Like, it's a very small indie thing. The graphics kind of remind me of Blueprints, where it's like a bit of shell-shaded kind of things. But it looked quite interesting. So, I can't wait for Beauty to actually play it at some point. What else is worth mentioning down here? Not a whole lot. Siberia Remastered. I mean, the Siberia games are fairly good for what they are. If you don't know, they are kind of like the Broken Sword point-and-click games. Like, they're not that difficult. It's just... when it comes to point-and-click games, they are fairly linear and easy in that sense, but they're good games. You tried playing the first one once? I mean, like I said, they are good. Not your cup of tea? Fair. Fair. Like I said, they're not that difficult. Like, the puzzles aren't, like, mind-bending stuff or whatever, but yeah, it's fun. It's mostly more for the story to experience that. What else do we have? I don't care about expansions or anything. We're just gonna skip over those. Marathon. What is this again? I remember this game not being good, but I don't even remember what this game is, so... yeah. Let's just skip that, because I barely know anything about it. Now, the Talos Principle Reawakened. We played both 1 and 2 here on this channel. Awesome, awesome puzzle games. Even though I like the first one more than the second one, both for story and puzzle reasons. Now, the Reawakened is mostly just a remaster of the first two, even though I don't feel like they really need it. You know, they still look good for what they are, so I would say just leave them be. I mean, everything needs to be remastered nowadays. Also, I already have my drink here. But they did add a few a few puzzles here and there in this Reawakened edition. Like, I put it on my wish list just for when it gets like a very high discount, and I might, you know, grab it and jump into it, but that's about it. Let's see, what else do we have here that is... in the beginning were the words, and the words make the world. Yes, all the words were the words, absolutely. Yes. Apparently there's a Monster Train 2? I never got around to playing Monster Train 1. Michael was really big into Monster Train. He really played that a lot. But apparently there's a Monster Train 2. I never even realized this came out. No idea. I don't know if it's good. I don't know how it's updated or anything. But it's there. So. Sonic Rumble. No, not my kind of thing. Not at all. 2 Point Museum. Again, a beauty game. Not sure if this is a good 2 Point management game, but it came out. It exists. I mean, I feel like whenever I hear someone talking about 2 Point whatever, you still have to finish Hospital, true. But for everyone like the 2 Point, what came before Hospital? Was it Theme Park? Like it was kind of similar to Roller Coaster Tycoon or something? University. Yeah, whatever. At least the first 2 Point game, everyone that I hear talking about it, I feel like likes the first one the best. And then everything that came after was like, yeah, it's still good, but it's not as good as the original, so I don't know. I mean, these are not my kind of games, so I honestly wouldn't know if this is any good or not. Black Ops 7, let's not talk about that. Piece of poo. Yes, all the radiators. Time Splitters Rewind. Is this like a remaster thing? I have no idea. Pokemon Legends ZA. Yeah, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Good on you. But don't tell me that it's a good enough game to warrant its existence. No. No, it's not. Despelote was nominated for Impact Game Award thing. I have no idea what it's about. And I'm sorry, but I also just don't care, to be fair. Europa Universalis, again, not my kind of game. Octopath Traveler 0. I mean, I played the first Octopath Traveler, which I feel like I played wrong because, like, the problem with Octopath 1, at least, we're getting more into 1 than 0 because I never played 0. But the problem is you have 8 characters, and all these 8 characters have their own story. And the stories don't interact with each other. Which is a problem, because you basically just have 8 separate stories that you're going through. And like every now and again, when one of the stories is going on, if you have a particular character in your party, they make a comment on that. And then that's it. And if you don't have that person, you don't get the comment, and that's it. But there is no further, like, intertwinement of the stories. And that's a problem, because I picked up all 8 characters, but then the game balances itself comparative to how many of the characters you have. So the game became tough as balls, and I had to grind a lot to get through certain fights. I never bothered to finish it. Now maybe Octopath Traveler 2 and now Octopath Traveler 0, whatever it is maybe. They fixed some of that, but honestly, I was already blown away from the first one, and I'm like, nah, I just don't care. I really don't care. Rift of the Necrodancer. I never really got into Crypt of the Necrodancer. Neither is this gonna happen for me, really. Fast Fusion, that is not... No, never mind. I thought that was the Fast and the Furious game, but that was already longer ago. Ukulele Replayly, aka a remaster, once again, like everything gets remastered nowadays. We don't care. I don't care. I played these games fairly recently. I don't need another remaster. Stop it. Just stop it already. So yeah, what else do we have? Clover Pit, there we go. The first game that is actually worth talking about. Now Clover Pit is fun. It is really fun, but its longevity is very, very lacking. Like, the way Clover Pit does it is, if you have a very, very good run, you can get what they call card packs. And in these packs you get 3 cards. And they are basically modifiers for your run. It's a roguelite in that sense, a gambling roguelite. And with those cards you can generally make your run more difficult. Now, what do you get for making it more difficult? Nothing really, other than bragging rights that you managed to do it. That's it. And like, even on regular difficulty, just the base game itself, like, sure, it's a gambling roguelite, but the problem is you need to get lucky to even get a run going. Which is kind of annoying, because you can get like 2, 3, 4 starts in a row where you just have no chance of making it. And the problem with the card system is, if you have one particular card and you use it, but you lose the run, you lose the card. So you need to get a different run that goes amazingly to the point where you get those new cards, and then you need to get lucky to get that particular card again to do that specific kind of mutator again, to do that kind of a challenge again. Don't get me wrong, I had my fair share of fun with Clover Pit, but I got burned out by it fairly quickly, so yeah, it's good, it's fun, but they need to balance this game out for it to be played a lot more, I would say. What else do we have? Blah, blah, blah. Post-Trauma, I have it already in my Steam library. We're gonna play it on this channel at some point. Maybe after Resident Evil 9 that we're gonna play in April. We're gonna extend the spoopy stuff for April a bit, but I don't know, we'll see. I don't play Destiny games. Honestly, couldn't really tell you all that much about them, nor the Anno games. It's just all not for me. Tales of the Shire, it's a girl game. That's all I can say about it, really. What else do we have? Madden, just get out of here. I don't care. So yeah, Routine came out. I think I still have it on my wish list. I'm not sure if it's a good game or not. It looked very interesting, but it's still definitely on the list of things that I want to play at some point. Might actually do it here on the channel, but I don't know. We'll see what happens when it happens. Now the Commandos games, I've played plenty of the older ones. They are tough as balls. And therefore the only way I could get through those games is through cheats. And therefore I never really bothered getting into any newer ones. Like, there's like 2 original ones, and then you have Commandos 2, 3, and so on. And it's mostly those first 2 originals and Commandos 2 that I played, and I just couldn't get... Sometimes I could get past the first level, but then the second level became way bigger and stuff, and... yeah, no. Now, Megabonk. We all know the story by now that the creator pulled Megabonk out of the game of the, like, Indie Game of the Year award. Not like they would have won it. Like, everything went to Clair Obscur, but... Also, sure, Megabonk is fun. We make a comparison to Vampire Survivors, obviously, but... the problem is Megabonk does not have the staying power that Vampire Survivors had, because there's just a very big lack of content. Like, in Megabonk, there's literally 2 levels. And they don't differ from each other in a very big way. It's mostly just the first level has more verticality, just different levels of platforms that sometimes connect through slopes. Whereas the second level is more of a flowing area that has sometimes tornadoes that throw you up in the air, and that's it. That's the only difference. Otherwise, the two levels are kind of the same. The characters, sure, they have their own perks, but they are mostly just stats happening in the background. And other than that, most of the runs kind of turn into the same thing. Don't get me wrong, it's still fun to play every now and again, but it needs a lot more content for it to be any kind of good, in my opinion. But suffer from the same issue as Vampire? Well, it suffers from the same issue as Vampire Survivors did when Vampire Survivors came out. Right now, Vampire Survivors has been along for enough time and has had many updates that there is just a lot more content there. There's a lot more mutators that you can pick from, a lot more different weapons, a lot more characters, a lot more levels, a lot more quests that you can do within those levels that are more than just, hey, the enemies are tougher, now do your run. No, there's just a lot more to Vampire Survivors now at this point. Like, sure, maybe Megabonk will get there at some point, but it needs a lot more. So, it doubled the exactly. And a doubling of content in Megabonk would be fine, but I feel like doubling would still not be enough to save it. It needs even more than that. But again, that's just me and my opinion. Do with it what you will. Mortal Kombat, Alti, where are you? Maybe you can talk something about that. And Absolem, I didn't really look into this, but apparently it's a pretty good game. Maybe I should put it on my wish list, but it's supposed to be pretty good. I honestly don't even know what it is, so I couldn't tell you. Plants vs. Zombies, not my kind of game. Grounded, I never even cared for Grounded 1. Grounded 2, more of the same. Don't really care. Same with Killing Floor, meh. Not really for me. Now Ball Pit. Again, a game that was nominated for indie game or you know, first indie game, whatever, what that category is called. It's cute that it got nominated, but this is not a indie game of the year. It's really good, it's really fun. You know, I played a decent amount of it, and I, quote unquote, completed the game. But I don't know. It's fun. It's good. It's again a slightly different kind of roguelite thing, which is good. I like these variations on the roguelite formula. I really love it. But to give it a Game of the Year nominee, I don't know. I'm not sure it really warrants that, in my opinion, at the very least. But I don't know. I've heard a lot of people talking about this being absolutely blown away by how it changes the formula and stuff like that. Sure. So yeah, we're already in the top 100 now at this point. So yeah, that's how fast we're going through all of this. Splitgate 2, whole controversy stuff about the creator. I'm not gonna get into that. Just blech. Still Wakes the Deep. I think I already have that in my Steam library. Again, spoopy stuff. This is the DLC for it. It's gonna be played on this channel at some point. Don't know if it's actually any good or not. Now let's see. Final Fantasy Tactics. Again, I've never even played a tactics game. Ever. Like, maybe I should get into them at some point, but... a game about digging a hole was pretty funny. If you say so. I honestly don't even know what it is. Collect resources, sell them, upgrade your equipment, and discover a mysterious secret. Is it just like a cookie clicker kind of game? Or like more like an idle game? Where you just upgrade your systems and then it takes time for the systems to get more resources so that you can click a few times so that the resources come in faster, so... yeah, exactly. Cookie clicker and idle, yeah. I mean, every now and again I might jump into one of these, but I also get bored by them pretty quickly, so... where you actually dig a hole? Fair. Still, it's an idle cookie clicker, so therefore, yeah. Sure. Tomb Raider remastered things came out. Sure. I might actually play some of those on the channel. Maybe not. I don't know. They're just in the library if I want to at some point. We'll see. Oh, it's not an idle game. Oh, okay. Still, same difference. Don't care. Sorry. F1 games. Now, Karma the Dark World. That is one we actually played on this channel. Which was interesting. Can't say it was really good, but it was at least interesting. It was weird. But... yeah. I don't know. We had fun with it, sure. But that's the best thing I can say about it, really. So yeah. Rematch I never bothered to play. Not really that big into sports, even though this was pretty well received. Same thing goes with Dune. I'm not really that big into MMOs, or what is it? You know, that kind of stuff. It just sucks up a lot of time for eventually stopping with the game and not feeling like you really achieved anything. It's... not really my kind of thing. What else is worth mentioning here? Midnight Walk. I believe that actually won VR Game of the Year. Like, this is one of the kind of games that I would... if I had a VR system that is more modern than the Oculus Rift that has just been standing underneath my desk, I might actually play this. Like, this seems like an actual fun game for that, but they're so few and far in between. It's... Nah. Civ 7, all I keep hearing is people who started playing it are gonna go back to one of the previous Civs. Yeah. Now, FBC Firebreak. This is the thing that takes place in the Remedyverse, right? Bad because no Gandhi, if you say so. I honestly wouldn't even know. But yeah, this takes place in the Remedyverse, I believe, so with Alan Waka and Control. But it's not that great of a game. So I'm not even gonna bother with it. We're gonna play Alan Waka here at some point, Alan Waka 2, and then when Control 2 comes out, or whatever the name actually is now, like they stopped calling it Control 2, they updated the name to whatever it is. But we're gonna play that when that comes around, but not this. Now here we have the bane of my existence of this year. Peak. You guys still pull me into this game every now and again, and I mean, it's fine. It's a fine, funny game to play every now and again. The problem that I have with it is that a single run takes so freaking long. Like, if we actually manage to get to the top and end the run, we are like 2 hours further, and it's just 2 hours of cramming your way up a mountain and not really a whole lot happening. It's like, at least the newest biome that was added with like the zombies and the mushrooms and all that stuff, that's fun. That was pretty interesting. But that's then one biome that you get every now and again, not even on each run, and then yeah, I don't know, it's... I'll play it every now and again whenever you guys pull me in, like, I don't know, once a month or something, but... yeah, I don't need any more than that in my life, to be fair. It's... I'll drink to that. Now, Indiana Jones is apparently a very good game. Not really my cuppa. This is my cuppa. But from what I understand, it's really good. It's just an interactive Indiana Jones movie. Kinda. But that's... yeah, no, it's really just not my thing. Da 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 da, fuck you. Da 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 da, fuck you. There we go. Okay, sorry, obligatory. An HD version of Donkey Kong Country Returns. Really? Do we need that? We don't. We really don't. Hell is Us, still on my wish list. It's also probably gonna be a stream game. So I don't know a lot about it. I don't want to spoil myself too much with it. Nintendo likes way too much money. Very true. Repo, a lot of people love it. Kind of like Phasmo or whatever. Not my thing. Skate, same kind of thing. Like... Skate is for me the kind of game kind of like a Grand Theft Auto, where if I would jump into it, I would have fun for like 20 to 30 minutes and then be done with it. So I'm not gonna buy it, I'm not gonna spend money on this for that short amount of time. It's... yeah, nah. Let's see. No, I'm Not a Human. That's another beauty game. Couldn't really tell you a whole lot about it. Let's see, what else do we have that we want to talk about here? Our Graders, there it is. Durable actually tried getting me into this game. I think I've seen him play it 2 times, 3 times? And not for quite a while. And I told him that, being like, if we jump into this, how much are we gonna play it? Is it actually gonna stay? Are we gonna enjoy it? Blah, 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 blah. I guess I was right in being a bit reserved on getting this game. Even though for when it comes to extraction shooters, it's really good. Now it pulled away one of the Game Awards this year from, I believe it was multiplayer. It pulled it away from Night Rain, which... but that's just because I love Night Rain a lot more than an extraction shooter, no matter how good it is, so... And now Lies of P... DLC came out. We just played the main game here on this channel this year. I had fun with it. I had issues with it, but I also had fun with it. I'm probably not gonna jump into the DLC. I've had my fill of Lies of PP. Don't really need any more of it. Now the Alters, that just completely skipped on my radar. Like, I remember it being announced. I remember looking into it in what it was and being quite interested considering what I saw. But when it came out, I didn't even notice. It just came and went, and I didn't hear anyone about it. I saw no one playing it. People did, sure, but not on my radar. So I'm actually not sure whether this is good or not, or interesting. I couldn't tell you. It looked interesting, but I don't know. I mean, I can honestly say this is by far my game of the year. Like, Blueprints just swept me away. It's so good. And everyone I hear talking about Blueprints is like, it's so good. Then I'm actually quite sad that it didn't win Indie Game of the Year or First Indie Game of the Year. Like, they both had to go to freaking Clair Obscur, and I hate it. Like, I feel like that studio should have done the same thing the Mega Bonk developer did. I feel like they should have done the same thing, considering, sure, it is for this studio their first game. But they were all developers from Ubisoft. They've been working there, they've made games there. Now they stepped out of Ubisoft, started their own studio, and therefore they are considered indie game, and it's their first indie game. And therefore they also swept away, you know, the two awards there. And that sucks. Because I genuinely feel like Blueprint should have won at least one of those. Like, it's just so good. We are almost at the end of this game of Blueprints, and I'm like almost 90 hours in. It's insane how much time I've put into this game once I started, and I can't stop. I don't want it to stop. It's gonna stop at some point. Like, I feel like we are very, very close to the actual end of all the puzzles that are in there. But, oof. I want more. I want a whole lot more. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. I want it. Pokemon Legends, we already talked about it. If you enjoy it, enjoy. Yeah, nah. And a Monster Hunter is also just not for me. Same as Borderlands. It's like, these kinds of games, they are, for me, there's just too many of these kinds of games. The same way we have way too many third-person action fantasy games. Like the same way we had a lot of zombie games in the past few years. These also fall in a category where it's just, sure. And a Little Nightmares 3. I honestly don't even care about 2 and 1. They're boring. They look good. Don't get me wrong. They're interesting to look at. But when it comes to actually being a game, no. Not for me. They're very boring platformers. Very simplistic. So yeah, no. I mean, I guess we here come across probably my number 2 game of the year. I mean, we're still playing Night Rain, and it's still fun, still awesome. We still get screwed over sometimes. Like, even though the new map is just stupid, I'm sorry. The new map, sure, we had to learn how to play on the first map as well and all that stuff, sure. But come on, the new map, it's just... Is that Dutch or something? What do you mean? With DK and Mario Kart. Wait, what are you talking about? Oh, you mean this here? Oh, what? Wait, what? No, that is not... That is not Dutch. I have no idea what language that is, and I don't know why that happened, but... No idea. Like, and I get it that the new characters, it also takes a bit of getting used to them. Not all of them are going to be as great as some of the other ones. I mean, in the original 8, we also have certain characters that are just a lot better or worse than others. But there's at least some viability for all 8 of the original ones, even though Executor doesn't really work within what Night Rain is, but sure. But it's still a great game. It's still a lot of fun. Especially the tougher version of all the bosses. They are great challenges. Some are stupid, but overall, good fun, good bosses, good. Definitely, most likely, probably my number 2. Now Donkey Kong Bonanza. I've seen my little nephew play a little bit of it. It looks like a good successor to Mario Odyssey. Even though the gameplay is fairly different from what Odyssey is. You know, where Odyssey is a lot more Mario kind of platforming. Donkey Kong Bonanza is a lot more Donkey Kong smashy smash. Which I do feel like it makes the game more accessible, I would say. Especially for younger children. You know, where with Mario, for certain things, you do need a baseline amount of skill. I feel like Donkey Kong Bonanza is a bit easier when it comes to that. You know, there's less... I feel like it's less challenging in the preciseness of the movement. At least from what I saw. Like the puzzles, if you want to call it puzzles, in Mario Odyssey weren't all that difficult. And they are on the same level here in Bonanza, I would say. But overall, I think it's an easier game, but I haven't played it, so don't pin me down on that. But overall, it does look like a good, fun game, and I might play it at some point if I will get a Switch 2 at some point. Not right now, because it's way too expensive for what it is. But if at some point there's a good deal, a good combo coming out, then I'll probably grab it, but it's gonna take a while. Now, Mario Kart World, I really don't care. I really don't care about Mario Kart. I hate those kinds of games. They suck. You can still be so good at a Mario Kart game and still not win. Same thing with a Mario Party. If the game decides to screw you over, it screws you over, and you have to just accept it. You can put a decent amount of skill into that game, but if the game says no, it's no. And I don't like that. So yeah, no. Like, I haven't played it considering I don't have a Switch 2, but even if I have a Switch 2, no. Not gonna buy it, not gonna play it, No. Now, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, a complete remake of Metal Gear Solid 3. We still need to play Metal Gear Solid 3 on this channel, which is gonna happen at some point. Somewhere, probably in the upcoming year. So yeah, once I've done that, then maybe quite a while later, I might pick up this one. From what I understand, it's a pretty good, quote-unquote, remake. Not really sure how much they changed, because I don't want to spoil myself on the story of the third, like the actual Metal Gear Solid 3. So yeah, I couldn't tell you, but should be good. Now here we have 2 games for Impact. Couldn't tell you what they are about. From what I understand, they are decently good, but yeah. Call of Duty. I don't even remember when the last... What was the last Call of Duty I played? I don't even know. Probably like one of the earlier Modern Warfare ones? Like, I know I played Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. I know at least that much. But I don't think I ever played any of the other Modern Warfares that came after that. I think I already stopped playing them at that point. So yeah, Black Ops 7. All I know is that it's not good, not well received. Avowed. I honestly don't know. I know this came out. I know it exists. But I don't really even know what this game is. I should look into it, I think. Now the Oblivion remaster. I'm sorry, but I don't care about Elder Scrolls. I know a lot of people love them. They really do, but... I don't know, I just... I mean, Durable had me play Oblivion at some point. Wait, was it Oblivion or was it Skyrim? No, Skyrim. I believe he actually had me play Skyrim. That's how much I care. I don't even know which one I played. I know back in high school I played a decent amount of Oblivion. I never finished it. But it was mostly because there were like 2 or 3 classmates who were like, ooh, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, ooh, fun. So I tried to get into it, but honestly, it's not my thing. I just, as much as I would love to lose myself into them, it's yeah, nah. Battlefield, skip. And a Silent Hill F, from what I hear, it's pretty good. Not amazing, but pretty good. I mean, I'll play it at some point once we've started with all of the Silent Hill games. You know, the first one we're gonna probably play for Spooktober next year. You know, and then we're gonna play 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you have after that, Homecoming. I believe there's another one, and then we'll get into this one. Something like that. So it's gonna take probably another 3 years before we get to this, but who knows? Maybe at somewhere along the lines we're gonna shake things up or do something completely else. I don't know. Now, Doom: The Dark Ages. We played this on this channel fairly recently, actually. It was good. It was fun, but it was better than Eternal. There's that. But it was still not 2016. Now. Nope. Which kind of saddens me. You know, both on gameplay and on music. Even though the music is acceptable, it's decent. But you can just feel the difference. Even between the Dark Ages and Eternal, you feel the difference in quality when it comes to the music, and especially compared to 2016. Like 2016 is just so much better. It's not even it's non-comparable. It's not even fair trying to compare the two. It's yeah, nah. Silksong. We're gonna play this on this channel. I think I already bought it. I believe so. Now I am still kind of iffy on if I want to play the first Hollow Knight first, even though I already played it. Like, I kind of want to give that game another chance because I feel like I missed a lot in Hollow Knight the first time around. I'm not sure if I really did or not. But I also don't know if I want to put that many hours into going through Hollow Knight again. And maybe I should just jump into this one right away. Which I think I might actually do, but I'm not sure. Mafia: The Old Country. I actually pulled this out of my wish list. I had high hopes for this, that it was going to be, you know, a step back to, you know, more of the original Mafia. Even though the original Mafia is not that great, it's very, very rough around the edges. And I'm not talking about the remake of the original Mafia. I'm talking about the original Mafia. You know, a game that you can't really find anywhere anymore because I feel like they actually pulled it. You know, and there's a bunch of copyrighted music in there, so let's not play that on this channel. Even though I have a big amount of nostalgia for it, even though, like, I believe, I don't know, 2-3 years ago I went back into it and it's rough. It's not. Quality-wise, the original Mafia is not that good of a game, but yeah, neither is this. Let's just call it that. Now, Split Fiction, that's gonna be on this channel in January. A little heads up, like on Sunday. We're first gonna do beauties. Wait. Hold on, we discussed this. Hold on, let me check. Let me check the actual timeline here. We discussed this. Let me check. I don't want to lie. Let's see here. So yeah, Sunday we're gonna do beauty stream control. And Yuigi and Durable are going to join that because we're going to do Bipad 2 with 4 players. Then after that, on Wednesday the 7th, we're going to do... Oh no, wait, I'm still lying. It's the other way around. Sunday, we're going to first do Durable stream control, which is going to be Fever Meme, which is a rage bait first-person platforming kind of thing. I've seen little snippets of clips here and there, but yeah, I know what kind of a game I'm gonna be playing, but I don't know anything about it other than that, really. But that's gonna be on Sunday. That's gonna be next stream. Then on the 7th, on Wednesday, then we're going to do Bipad 2 with the 4 of us. And then after that, Durable and I are going to start with Split Fiction. Which is, from what I understand, a bigger and better game than It Takes Two. Now, I'm wondering if it's really going to pull me in the same way It Takes Two does. Like, It Takes Two, like, around the halfway mark, a little bit after that, we had the whole scene with the toy elephant, I believe it was, which just felt straight up wrong. Like, we killed a toy elephant, which, if you think about it, like, it's a toy elephant, who cares? But it felt rough. It felt really, really rough. But I did really get into it in both the gameplay and the story, especially the end scene where it actually put me to tears. I'm definitely hoping that Split Fiction is gonna do the same for me. But I'm not sure if that's really gonna happen. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It is really a screwed up moment. Absolutely. But that shows you how good the game is. That you can actually feel bad for a toy elephant. Whom you just met like 5 minutes before everything happens to that elephant. So it's good. It's really good. And I'm hoping Split Fiction will pull me in the same way. Or in a similar way, let's call it that. But from what I understand from a lot of people, it will. It's really, really good. So I've been avoiding any kind of gameplay or story spoilers on that game. Because I want to experience it for the first time with Durable and just either laugh my butt off or cry my eyes out. One of the two. I'd love to experience that. Ghost of Yotei. I still need to play it. It's supposed to be on par with Ghost of Tsushima. I really like Ghost of Tsushima. I think I completed it actually. I'm gonna play Ghost of Yotei at some point. When I get around to it. There's still a lot of other stuff that I still want to play. Like right now I'm still trying to finish off Blueprints, and after that I'm gonna play Clair Obscur, which I still need to play. I've been so highly trying to avoid spoilers for that, but I'm failing left and right. I already know way too much about the story and I hate it. I don't want to know stuff, but being on the internet just doesn't allow you to not get spoiled. So yeah, there's that. Now Kingdom Come Deliverance. Not my kind of game. I understand that a lot of people love it with the amount of depth that there is in this game and how much of freedom that you get to just do whatever you want to. So I can appreciate it for that, but I'm never gonna play it. Assassin's Creed, get out of here. No. Death Stranding 2. I enjoyed Death Stranding 1. I really did. Even though it is DHL the game. Yeah, we all know the memes. But I still very much enjoyed it for what it is the thing. Now, I'm not really sure how much they are gonna improve, or how much they did improve upon that in Death Stranding 2. I hope they did. But I'm mostly there just for the weird story, you know, for Kojima and his screwed up mind. So yeah, I'm hoping, really, really hoping that it's gonna be on par at least with the first one. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Now Dispatch. I know there are people here who really, really love Dispatch. I don't really care for interactive story games in this kind of sense. Like, if I want to experience this kind of thing, I'll just watch The Boys. Which is also superheroes, but yeah. It's really good. I can acknowledge that, but now obviously on number 1 we have Clair Obscur. Like I said, I'm still gonna play that. That's probably gonna be the next 2 weeks of my vacation. That's gonna be completely spent on this game. And I'm probably not even gonna be done with it after those 2 weeks. But yeah, I'm highly excited to play that. Even though it's dominated the Game Awards a bit too much for my taste. We can all acknowledge, even though whether you played it or not, it's an amazing game. And I can't wait to get into it. But first, finish off Blueprints. So yeah, there we have, I think, mostly all of the mention-worthy game releases of this year. This honestly went a lot faster than I expected. I thought it was gonna take a lot longer than this, but that's why we also have a list for movies. Now we're probably gonna go through this list even quicker than the games list, to be fair, considering I feel like there's less movies that I've actually seen this year than games that I've actually played this year, but I don't know. I guess we'll see when we go through it. And I wanted to start here with both The Strangers Chapter 2 and War of the Worlds. I mean, especially War of the Worlds. Like, who thought putting Ice-T into a movie like this was a good idea? I'm sorry, but a Metacritic score of 6 out of 100. 6. I'm sorry, but you dropped the ball on this one. There's just... It's just not acceptable. Come on. No. Just no. Mm-mm. Don't do this. Just don't. Now again, we're gonna skip through a lot of these. Now the Old Guard 2. I'm actually gonna make a list here because I feel like there's a lot of movies this year that I should have watched, but never got around to it. And the Old Guard 2 is one of them, because I remember actually having seen the first one with my mom, and I actually really liked it. We both enjoyed it fairly well. So I'm not sure why this one is rated so low, only a 44. But like I said, I have 2 weeks of vacation coming up, so I'm gonna be watching a bunch of movies that I missed this year. And this is gonna be one of them, because I am very interested in it. So yeah, we'll see. Let's see here. What else do we have that is worth mentioning? Like I said, a lot of these I don't even know what they are, or never even heard of, or are just fairly small movies or whatever. I don't know. And let's get you out of here, please. What is happening? I'm pressing buttons. I am very much pressing buttons. Thank you. Thank you, Manny. Megan 2. I didn't even bother watching Megan 1. Like, I feel like Megan, even the first movie, is mostly more of a parody than a real horror movie. You know, I don't particularly care for parody horror. It's never really all that interesting to me. Like, I don't get into the horror stuff because they're not that scary, but I also don't get into parody stuff because it's just not funny. And therefore, on both fronts, it just fails for me. But to each their own. But at 54, yeah, nah. I'm gonna skip this one. Elio. I this came out. It exists. But I never saw any promotion for it. I never really heard anyone talking about it. I don't even know what it's about. Like, I guess I'll put it... Yes, money, yes. Like, I'll put it on my list, but... I don't know anything about this. It got released and it exists now. And it seems fairly mediocre. Looking at these scores. But yeah. That's about it. Let's see. What else is interesting to mention here? Not a lot so far. Captain America. Brave New World. AKA Captain America without Chris Evans. AKA it's not that interesting. Like, I watched this at some point and I got so bored by it. It was not interesting. Like, we all just need to acknowledge that the MCU... It's never gonna reach the height of Phase 3, of Thanos, of Endgame, and Infinity War. It's just never gonna reach that anymore. And that should be fine, as long as the MCU that we get is still decent enough. Yeah, with the new teasers, we're getting back Chris Evans as Captain America. I believe there's also talk about we actually getting Iron Man back as well from Robert Downey Jr., even though he's also playing Doctor Doom. I'm not really sure what of those things is actually true or not, and how much they are gonna come back or not. Like, whether it's just gonna be a small cameo to get things rolling, or if they're actually gonna be major characters within the Doomsday Saga. I don't know. Might be a body swap thing, maybe. It might also be that in an, like, alternate dimension universe thing, it's not Victor Von Doom that is turning into Doctor Doom, but a different Tony Stark that actually turns into Doctor Doom. Maybe that they do something like that. But yeah, it's all speculation. It's all just up in the air. But again, I don't feel like they're gonna reach the heights of Thanos anymore. Like, especially... pretty much everything we got in Phase 4 was just bland or bad or meh or just no. Absolutely no. There was a lot of fluff, a lot of non-interesting things, a lot of political things, a lot of cringe, just... no. Just no. You think Age of Ultron was the best Avengers? Really? Really? Do tell, because I'm a big sucker for both Infinity War and Endgame. But what makes you say Age of Ultron is the best one? Because I feel like out of the four... quote-unquote 4 main Avengers movies, Age of Ultron is considered the lowest in ranking out of the 4. Actually felt like a family? True. I will give you that. That is very true. Them discussing about the Sokovia Accords. You know, and actually having those ideologies... Oh no, wait. That's after. No, that's after. Wait, that's in a Captain America movie. That's Civil War. First one, they didn't even know each other. True. And in Infinity War, they were all separated. Fair. Yeah, that's Civil War. Yeah, no, true. True. Age of Ultron is actually Sokovia. Yeah. Fair, fair. I can see your point there. I can see that. I just don't feel like Ultron was that interesting of a villain. In my opinion. And I feel like, you know, those kinds of movies, they need a good villain to work. And out of, you know, Loki, Ultron, Thanos 1 and Thanos 2, if you want to call it that, I do feel like Ultron was the weakest one out of the 4. But yeah, all of them are still way, way, way better than this movie right here. That is just a fact. No way around it. It's just an absolute fact. The What If show. I did. I mean, sure, I understand where you're coming from, but to me, what they did with Ultron in the What If series, he became so vastly overpowered, there should have been nothing to stop him. The only thing, like, the only way they managed to stop him was because of Ultron's stupidity. Which is something he would never do in that position. Like, where Thanos could be like, snap, and half the people in the universe are just gone. Ultron could just do snap, and just all the universes in the multiverse are gone. But for some reason, he never did that, even though that was what he wanted to do. He just wanted to delete all of existence. And he could have done that right then and there, but he just never did. Which made no sense. It turned into a, you know, Dragon Ball Z beam against beam fight. And it's just, really? Really? A few characters from the multiverse can take it up against an Ultron with all of the Infinity Stones embedded in his body? Really? Maybe they weren't strong enough to work on a multiverse level? Still, he was a lot stronger than any of them combined should have been, and it felt like the power levels just didn't really work for me, but we're getting too deep into the MCU at this point. This at least this movie is good for something. Let's call it that. Snow White. I mean, how much more can I add to this movie that has not already been said by everyone on the internet? This movie sucks. The whole production of this movie sucks. Not the 2.2 rating? Yeah, that's still too high. 50 for a Metacritic score. It's just, no. No, that's way too high. Come on. This movie should not exist. It's so bad. This is like peak terribleness of what Disney is doing right now. Just stop. Stop with this trash. Don't do this. Come on. Don't do this. This sucks. Novocaine. I've seen bits and pieces of this. I'm actually going to put this on my to-watch list. Like, it seems a fairly good, funny kind of movie. Even though the score isn't really all that much. But I kind of want to watch this. I really do. Like, I don't really know a whole lot about it. And I kind of want to keep it that way until I watch it. I don't want to know too much about the whole premise, but this is definitely on my to-watch list. Yeah. Speaking of remakes and remasters. I know what you did last summer. Come on, just... Can we get some original shit? Like, I already didn't care for the original I Know What You Did Last Summer movies. I honestly don't even really care about the original Scream movies. Like, the first one, sure, that one was good for its time, but... How did they know? I don't care. I don't even remember how it works in the original. It's been so long since I've watched that movie, and I'm never gonna watch it ever again because it's just not. No. Just no. Just absolutely no. I really don't care. Like, not even for a lazy Sunday afternoon putting it on while doing something else. No, I'll put in different kind of swap. Just not this. Now. What else can we talk about? Lilo and Stitch. From what I understand, like, I haven't seen it yet. I'm not sure if we actually... I don't think we put this on the movie night list. Or maybe we did. I don't even remember, but I honestly don't particularly care for it. Like, I'll probably watch it at some point, but... Like, it's basically what they did with all the other, quote-unquote, live-action remakes, even though they are still a mostly CGI slop, is that they made it like scene for scene, for the most part, the same movie as the original, but they made things worse. They changed a few things, and they're worse. So yeah, I know that if I'm gonna watch this movie, I'm not gonna like it. I already know that, so maybe I should just skip it. I don't know. Let's see, what else do we have? Until Dawn. It just has nothing to do with the game. Like, the game Until Dawn is pretty fun. It's one of the earlier, quote-unquote, dark anthology-esque kind of games. And Until Dawn was pretty fun. It was pretty good. But all the ones that came after, I don't particularly care. And this movie just doesn't even follow the plot of the game. It does its own thing. It has its own rules. And it just makes them up as it goes along. Just out of nowhere, they pull ideas out of their butts. And it's just, oh, things work like this now. Okay. Pfft. No. No. It deserves a low rating that it has. It's just no. Absolutely not. Let's see, what else do we have? Blah, blah, blah. The Monkey. Now, that's the kind of horror movie that is also supposed to be funny, I think. Like, again, I've seen bits and pieces of it. It's a pretty stupid premise where this toy monkey is cursed or something. And then once it starts, like, operating and doing ding, 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 people die. So, this is the kind of movie I'm probably just gonna watch somewhere in the upcoming 2 weeks. And, I don't know, we'll see if I enjoy it or not. But it's supposed to be fairly, I don't know, fairly mediocre, probably. Now The Accountant 2. We watched The Accountant 1 in movie night and The Accountant 2 as well, but I didn't watch it. Like everyone else watched it on a movie night because I don't particularly cared. You know, about the first one, it was fine, but very down the middle. So I wasn't really all that interested in this one. And the other people liked it in the community who watched it. For me, I think the scores here are pretty much what I'm gonna think about it. Just fairly mediocre, nothing special. So I'm gonna skip this one. Let's see. Final Destination Bloodlines. I mean... Exactly, you enjoyed it. Exactly. Final Destination Bloodlines. I mean... Let's just be honest here. None. Not even the first one. None of the Final Destination movies are good. None of them. They are silly. We watch them for the over-the-top stupid deaths in those movies. The more gruesome, the more over-the-top, the more stupid, the better. And that's all I want from this movie. I'm gonna put it on my list because I haven't seen it yet. Destination Bloodlines. But yeah, I don't have high expectations for this simply because it is a Final Destination movie. Like maybe I'll get a chuckle like 2 or 3 times during the movie. And if I get that, then I'm already satisfied with what this is, you know, gonna be. Freakier Friday, from what I understand, this is a worse Freaky Friday. If you want this kind of fun, just watch the original. This one is meh. Let's see, The Amateur. We watched that on movie night. Kind of disappointing. It had a lot more potential than what it actually gave us. It's actually kind of sad. Like, it took a little bit to actually start rolling. And then when the first, quote-unquote, creative kill takes place, it's fun, it is creative. But then everything after is just, eh. It doesn't really work, it's not really all that interesting. And then especially the big final, like, ending... It just feels a little convoluted and it doesn't work. It could have gone wrong in so many different ways, but things just happened to work out the exact way that he thought everything would and how he all set it up. And no, this, it looked very interesting beforehand, but it was a huge disappointment, sadly enough. So yeah, The Electric State. I even skipped this one with how bad it's supposed to be. Like, it feels like a cheap ripoff of a Borderlands kind of thing. But from what I understand, nothing really worked in that movie. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip that. Happy Gilmore 2? I don't even care about Happy Gilmore 1. It's an Adam Sandler comedy. And I don't find Adam Sandler all that funny. Even though Happy Gilmore is one of his best movies. It's just not my kind of humor. It really isn't. So yeah, I'm not gonna watch this. Let's see. Karate Kid Legends. I'm actually kind of disappointed that this one is this bad. Like, especially considering the Cobra Kai series is, from what I understand, I've never watched it, but from what I understand, it's supposed to be really good. But then, apparently this is just not good. I don't know why. I'm gonna turn down the heater a little bit. It's getting a little too warm in here. Hello, hello. Yes, doing good. Doing very good. We're going through all of this a bit too quickly for my taste. I thought it was gonna take a lot longer, but... if you want to join me, you are allowed to jump into Discord, but everyone else is just in Beauties, hanging out there, so up to you. But yeah, for that, I'm probably also just gonna skip this movie. Like, if this was gonna be any good, then I would probably watch it, but... yeah, I don't... If it's really this bad, then I'm not gonna waste my time on it. Let's see. Downton Abbey, the grand finale. I mean, is this a remastered version of the Downton Abbey movie that we already got? Or is this a new super ending or whatever? I don't know. And sorry to say, but I also don't care. Like back when I lived with my mom again for 6 months, I've pretty much watched all of Downton Abbey. To the point where I could actually follow along with the characters and the storylines and all the different levels of people in the house and everything. It's not my thing, but I could follow. But yeah, with the movies, I never bothered. So I'm not sure if this is a new one or the old one. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, The Conjuring Last Rites. Apparently that's also really bad. I don't know why. And I'm honestly kind of sad that it is, because The Conjuring, like especially 1 and 2, were fairly good when it comes to horror movies. Now there were, I believe, a few spin-offs with like Annabelle and that kind of stuff, which were hit and miss here and there. I know, Mom, I know. I'm just saying it's not for me. You can enjoy it however much you want to. But yeah, no, apparently this is not a good movie. I'm kind of sad about it. But, like, I might watch it at some point. Maybe we'll watch it at movie night or whatever, but... A bit sad. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Demon Slayer? Nah. Warfare is supposed to be pretty good. Like, I'll actually put it on my own list. It's supposed to give you an actual good feeling of what it is to be in a war zone. It's really good for that. I'm not really sure what it is exactly about and whether it is set in, you know, a realistic kind of universe or like in the real world, or if it's all made up. I don't know, but it's supposed to be pretty good. So I'm gonna watch it. What else do we have? Blah, 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 blah. Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts Asterix, to be precise. It's good enough. Like, it's definitely a whole lot better than Captain America: A Brave New World. Like, and if this is the level of MCU that we're gonna get from here on out, I'm okay with it. I wish it was better, but it was at least an enjoyable watch, let's call it that. But it also didn't really feel like anything all that special. Like, it just felt like another MCU movie, and it's... yeah, like, we've seen it by now, so... You really loved it? I mean, I can see why, I think. Like, I don't hate it. It was a fun watch, but... Again, coming off of Phase 3 and everything that we got there... Like, we went into a big pit when it came to Phase 4, and we are ever so slowly crawling out of that now in Phase 5, or 6, wherever we are at this point. But, like I said, if this is the level of MCU that we're gonna get, I'm okay with it, but I wish it still got better than this. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody 2. I still need to watch Nobody 1. I'm not even sure if these are good movies or not. But I still need to watch the first one. I never got around to it. Like, the problem that I have is I cannot see Bob Odenkirk as anyone else than Saul Goodman. You know, he played Saul Goodman in the Breaking Bad series, and then in Better Call Saul. You know, he played Saul Goodman. So whenever I see him, I just see Saul Goodman. And I cannot see him as anything else, is the problem. So yeah, but I still need to watch Nobody 1 to even start seeing Nobody 2. Bring Her Back. That is actually gonna go on my to-watch list. Because that is supposed to be a really good horror movie. I'm not exactly sure what it's about and how it all works, but apparently it's pretty good. I haven't really heard a whole lot about it, but I'm interested. How to Train Your Dragon. More live-action remake with a lot of CGI slop that we don't need. It's supposed to be decent enough when it comes to live-action remake shizzle. But yeah, no, I didn't even care about the original How to Train Your Dragon. Like, it wasn't bad or anything, it was just not for me. So I also never really bothered with any of the sequels. I believe there's 3 movies in total, I think. The movie didn't make much sounds, exactly. Like, it came and went, it was fairly okay, well received, from what I understand. You'd expect more from this? Honestly, at this point, no. I don't. These live-action remakes, none of them have been good. None. The best one have been semi-mediocre at best. None of them have been like, oh wow, this was... No. It's mediocre or below. Every single one of them. So yeah, nah. Honestly, I don't expect too much from this, and I'm not gonna watch it because I already didn't care about the original. The Naked Gun, not my kind of humor. I know plenty of people enjoy this stuff. It's not the kind of stupid humor that really fits me. It's I don't know. I don't like humor that is all like pee pee poo poo and ooh stupid. No. No. I need a little bit more depth than that. It's... No. No. Ballerina. A John Wick universe story, or however the full title is. It was a fun watch. Sure. It was a fun watch. The best kind of humor? Oh dear. Oh my. You want to get banned, Monty? You want to actually get perma-banned up in here? Get that 6-7 shit out of here. Now. Now. Oh, 6-7. Shut up. Yes. Yes, delete that message. Yes. No, but Ballerina, yeah, it was fun. I mean, I would say it scratched that John Wick itch a little bit. But I think I actually, after we watched it, said it just made me want another John Wick movie. Which I'm still not sure that we're actually gonna get or not. I kinda hope that we don't. Considering John Wick 4 ended in a pretty satisfactory way. Like, if they want to make more of those kinds of movies, sure. But then make something new. Like, don't keep milking John Wick. It's please leave it there where it sits right now. Even though I want more of it, but I know that if we get a John Wick 5, it's gonna get bloated, and it's just not gonna live up to the hype, probably. Even though with John Wick, 1 was great, 2 was better, 3 was better, 4 was better! But then we got Ballerina, and it's like, oof, okay. Apparently the upwards trend is not continuing constantly. Here we did a little bit of a dip. It's still good. It's still good. It's still fun. But let's be cautious. You know, if you say 4 was better, for me it was. For me, it absolutely was. It was just a whole lot of fun. And it's just, what is it, like 2.5 hours of just constant action in your face. And I just lost myself in it. It was, like, it's stupid and over the top. But that is my kind of humor, stupid humor that I do like. You're hearing gunshots? Yeah, that's called fireworks. People are enjoying it as much as they can right now because this is the final year here in the Netherlands that we're actually going to sell consumer fireworks. Exactly. I'm not in America. We're in Europe. We're in a free continent or something. I don't know. Yeah, no, but this is the final year that consumer fireworks is being allowed to be sold. So people are enjoying it as much as they can right now because from next year on, they're not allowed to anymore. So, yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. I mean, I understand why. You agree with that? I mean, I don't really care either way, to be fair. Like, I'm okay with people buying it, firing it off, as long as they do it safely and don't bother people with it. You know, I'm good either way. I'm just not okay with the idea of taking some of the freedom away from people. You know, it actually becoming a restriction, and I'm like, yeah. Like, I don't care about fireworks enough to really have that strong of opinion about it, but yeah, I mean, I get that, but yeah, like I said, I don't feel strongly about it either way. It's more the idea of it being limited in that sense that I'm like, that rubs me the wrong way. But whether we have fireworks or not, I don't care. I really don't. It's fun, it's beautiful, but if we didn't have it, I also really wouldn't miss it, to be fair. Back to the list. Minecraft movie. Chicken Jockey. Yeah. This is just peak, you know, Jack Black being Jack Black, and I'm already done with Jack Black for many, many years at this point. It's just, You forgot about Chicken Jockey? Oh no, it's I mean, it was a big hype when it came out, and then it also died out pretty quickly once, you know, the movie was not in theaters anymore. But yeah, I'm not gonna watch this. I don't care about it. It's nah. Tron Ares. Yeah, let me write that down as a movie that I still need to watch, even though it's apparently pretty bad. Like the visuals and all that are supposed to be very good, but the actual story, you know, is not great. The acting is not great. Jared Leto is just Jared Leto, aka it's not great. It's just, yeah. It's a disappointment because, again, the trailer and when it was announced, it looked really interesting. Both the concept and the visuals and everything. It was like, ooh. But then when the hell came out, it was like, yeah, no. You would join if you watch Minecraft. Oh, no. No. No, 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 no. Sorry, no, not gonna happen. Jurassic World Rebirth. No. Can we stop? Can we just stop making Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, Jurassic whatever movies? It's not good, it's not fun, it's not new. Can we just stop with this? Can we make something better? You can make dinosaurs interesting, but not with this. Please stop. The Roses. Now, apparently the score isn't all that great, but I am gonna write it down. This might actually be a decent movie night movie, I would say. Like, from what I saw in the trailer, it looked fun enough. You know, I like Cumberbitch and I forgot her name. But from what I saw, it looked funny. So I definitely wouldn't mind watching this, but... let's see. What else? What else? Wicked for Good. Yeah. I watched this in theaters with Beauty. It was kind of a letdown. Like, the first Wicked movie was good. It was enjoyable. Like, not mind-blowing or anything. It was good. You know, it had a few good songs that actually stuck with you. But then with this movie, it's... yeah, no. There's a bunch of plot holes. The songs aren't that good. They're not that powerful. Like, they're definitely not to the point where they should be. Really not. It's kind of sad. So yeah, it's... yeah, no. Like, I wouldn't mind watching the first one again, but the second one... no. No, just no. The Long Walk. That is definitely going on the list. Like, it feels like a lot of Stephen King IPs. Actually translate pretty well when it comes to either movies or series or whatever. And this is supposed to be also a pretty good one. And I'm very, very interested in it. Like, it's a stupid premise, but... yeah, I would love to watch this. 28 years later. Oof. I mean... we've watched 28 Days and 28 Weeks later. Both are terrible. They're absolutely not great movies. Maybe this will make for a decent movie, but I also feel like both 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later, sure, they take place in the same universe, but if you would say they are just completely separate movies from each other, I would absolutely believe it. There's no real connection between the two. So I'm wondering if we're gonna jump 28 years into the future, or like 27 and a half years. If it's really gonna connect all that well to the previous two movies, if it even warrants being called 28 years later, and if that is really the only thing going for it, or if it is actually decent, looking at the scores, it might. But I also wouldn't mind not seeing it. If we're gonna watch it at some point, sure. But I'm not going to go out of my way for it. Let's just call it that. Fantastic Four first steps. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's on par with the Thunderbolts Asterix movie, where it's decent enough. If this is the level of MCU that we're going to get, I'm okay with it. It's nothing major, nothing groundbreaking, but it is by far the best Fantastic Four movie out there, considering how many different versions of the Fantastic Four we got, and they were terrible. But this, yeah, this was, as far as Fantastic Four movies goes, it's pretty good. Pedro Pascal was a weird choice of actor? Yeah. He works okay. Like, he doesn't really show his full potential here, but that's because of the role that he plays. But he did a decent enough job, I would say, here. Yeah. He wasn't bad or anything, it's just... I mean, if you say this role wasn't really for him, I can see that. And sure, there might have been actors who did a better job. But he still did good enough where I would say, yeah, it was fine, exactly. And I feel like fine is what we should expect from the MCU at this point. Yeah, exactly. Like, we shouldn't try to get to Infinity War Endgame, Age of Ultron levels anymore. You know, it's... We're not gonna get there. It's just not gonna work. So, yeah. Like, maybe Doomsday will at least up the quality a little bit, I hope. But I don't know, we'll see. Superman, yeah. I mean, this also falls within the same level of the MCU right now. You lost all hope for Marvel? Nah. I've lost hope for reaching at the highs of Thanos again. That I lost hope for. But it can still turn things for the good, I would say. Now, Superman, I'm not so sure of. Like, maybe James Gunn can make something interesting here with the new DC universe, whatever you want to call it nowadays. What this is, I don't know. Like, again, it was a decent enough watch. It was okay, it was entertaining, nothing major. That's pretty much the best I can say about it. It wasn't bad, but it also wasn't amazing. Predator Badlands, I still need to watch. Again, also nothing majorly groundbreaking, but it should be a decent enough watch. Maybe even for movie night. I don't know, maybe I should actually go through this list with everyone, you know, when we all talk. to see which of these movies we might actually want to add to the movie night list. But this could definitely be one of them. Yeah. What else do we have? Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. Sorry, Mom. We should have watched this in the movie theater, but it came and went. And I honestly... It just passed me by. I'm so sorry. I definitely still need to watch this. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. There. Like, I'm not really sure if this is even really gonna be any good or not. Like, it's supposed to wrap up, I don't know, 7, 8 movies worth of Mission Impossible at this point. Which it's probably gonna fail at, considering almost everything that has been going for so long eventually just fails. You know, the scores are decent enough, but I'm also not really expecting all that much from this. I mean, the Mission Impossible movies themselves have been like this, I would say. Like, especially the second one is pretty bad. All of the other ones are, you know, decent to really good, I would say, but still, yeah. Weapons. Oh, yes. This is absolutely a movie I still need to watch. The premise is just absolutely bonkers. Just children running away and disappearing and stuff happening. Like, I don't really know all that much about it other than that, but we really should, Mom. We really should. But yeah, Weapons is definitely one I'm excited for to actually watch. Like, it's supposed to be horror-ish, but not in like a boogie scary way, I think. But I don't know. That's the thing. I don't want to spoil myself for these kinds of things. I just want to watch them, but I need the time to actually watch them, is the problem. The Running Man. I mean, I'm not even going to write it down, but this might be just a decent enough movie for the movie night list, I would say. Like the Arnold Schwarzenegger one might be a fun enough watch as well, even though it is very old and dated at this point. So not everyone might get into it, and then we maybe just want to watch this one, but I feel like with the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, where you can at least have a few laughs about the stupidity of it, this is going to take itself a bit too serious, and it's just not going to be all that interesting, I think. But yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about it. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. I mean, I'll put it on my list. Now You See Me, Now You Don't, which is the third movie in this series. Now the first one is pretty fun. The first one is just nothing, you know, spectacular, but it was a fun watch. The second one was a bit you know, where with the first one, everything that they do magic-wise gets explained, and it is fairly realistic enough, I would say, where it's like, okay, sure, I'll believe that all of this works within this universe, sure. But when it came to the second movie, there's a few things too much of actual magic happening, where things don't really work as a magic trick. You know, it's not an illusion anymore, or like a sleight of hand, it's actual magic. You know, things don't... So I am a bit worried for this one, and looking at the scores, it's not gonna be that great, sadly enough. I've heard people talking about it and enjoying it, But I'm also really, we'll see, we'll see. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I mean, I already didn't really care about the first one, and the second one is supposed to be even worse. Still need to watch FNAF. Yeah, the first one... Like, if you know the lore of the FNAF games, or at least know a decent amount of it, don't expect any of that. It is doing its own thing with, you know, the animatronics, with a few of the characters from the games. Like, it's very much doing its own story, which doesn't really work all that well. I think you could say that. I wouldn't call it a great FNAF movie. It's good. It's okay. But what I understand from the second one, it's just supposed to be pretty bad. And just not all that fun. So yeah. The F1 movie, I'm gonna skip it. I'm not really that big into F1. It's supposed to be a pretty good movie. I heard someone say it's Top Gun Maverick for Formula 1 movies. So if you really are into that, then maybe, but nah. You love the other ones? Yeah, I mean, I can see why, but I just didn't really get into the second one. So I'm a bit hesitant for the third one. I'm gonna watch it, but yeah. Eternity. It seems fairly mediocre. You know, it's more like a rom-com kind of movie than really being just a comedy movie in that sense. But yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna skip it probably. Frankenstein is supposed to be fairly decent. Like, I guess I'll put it on my own list, but I'm not really sure if this is really gonna be on my alley. I'm not sure, but it's supposed to be pretty good. Now, Sinners. Sinners is absolutely gonna go on my list. That's supposed to be a really good movie. And I don't know why, but it's supposed to be really good. Like, from what I understand, it's supposed to give a genuine new twist on vampire movies, which could be good. I don't know, but could be. So yeah, I'm very interested in watching this. Zootopia 2. I don't know. I thought the first one was okay. It was a decent watch. Not good, not bad, just yeah. And I think that's exactly what I'm gonna think of the second movie. Just yeah. Nothing good, nothing bad, just yeah. It exists. Take it or leave it. Begonia. I'm actually gonna put that on my list. I'm not exactly sure what it's about though. But I heard some people talking about it and it actually being pretty good. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, we're getting into like the top movies here, so all of these should be fairly good, but I think I'm actually gonna watch this and just experience it. I don't know what it is exactly about. Now Anaconda, yeah, no. No. Just no. I mean, also because it's more Jack Black, therefore I already say no. But the entire premise of the movie is like, ooh, the Anaconda movie exists. Let's make another Anaconda movie. And then shit hits the fan. Ooh, how funny. Yeah, no. Now. No. I don't care. Now. Just give me something better than this slop, please. Marty Supreme? I mean, it's supposed to be good. It's Timothée Chalamet playing, what's his name? I don't even remember. Sure. Sure. I mean, I never even realized this movie came out until like a few days ago. I'm not even sure when it came out. But I can take it or leave it. Wake Up Dead Man. We watched this and it was fun. It was definitely a fun watch. It feels like it goes a bit too far away from the whodunit formula of these things. Like Knives Out is by far the superior movie out of the three that we now have. You know, Knives Out, Glass Onion, and then Wake Up Dead Man. Knives Out is by far the best one, just period. And Glass Onion was fun, but kind of a letdown. Now, this one is very much better than Glass Onion, absolutely. Like, this is the Doom the Dark Ages when it comes to the Knives Out movies, where the first one is just by far the best one. The second one, Eternal, aka Glass Onion. Nah, nope. This is a step back in the right direction, but it became a bit too convoluted in its plot and its twists and turns, and it was a bit too much for me. But sure, I enjoyed it. Yeah, sure, absolutely. But again, Knives Out is still the better one for me. Now the final one here that they have is Avatar Fire and Ash. I'll probably watch it at some point. It's another, you know, another Avatar movie. Where the second one was also another Avatar movie. And this is the exact same. Okay. I'll watch it at some point, but yeah, that's it. That is very much it. I could take it or leave it. If I never watch it, I honestly feel like I don't really miss anything that important. Not really. So yeah, there you have it. That is 2025 wrapped up, both game-wise and movie-wise. Derp. I can words. I can absolutely words. Yes. So I feel like we should just call it right here. Why are you so loud? Hold on. Hello. Yes, I've been talking. Hi. Sorry. Yeah, no, I don't really feel like tagging on the dolls here at the end. I mean, I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to do the dolls, yes or no. But we could also just call it right here. I hear a no. Oh, but we're doing a G-dance. Apparently we're doing a G-dance. What do you mean? I'm not muted anymore. Very much no. I'm not muted. I am not muted.
You are muted, nerd.
Nerd. Yeah, I would say we just do it in voice chat. They don't care. Exactly. Good. Good. Because maybe 2026 is the year where we're just gonna stop doing the dolls on stream. Maybe. Maybe. Let me just plant that seed in all of your minds and do with it what you will. Okay, so yeah, that only leaves us with a raid to be done. You refuse that seed. Well, then you still did something with the seed, so the idea is still planted in your mind. It worked! Yeah, sure. Cheers. So yeah, we're just gonna raid music to end of the year because that's what we've been doing a lot of times here on this channel. Just raid music so you guys can get your points. That's much more important to me than anything else, really, when it comes to the raid. So yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. Stay safe with the fireworks if you're gonna go outside. In 20 minutes, well, Happy New Year. In 20 minutes? That's weird. Okay, well, sure. Yes, Happy New Year, again. Yes. And we're just gonna continue in 2026 with a lot more stuff, a lot more goodness, a lot more stupidness. And we're just gonna enjoy everything. So yeah, stay safe. See you all next year! See you on Sunday. Because it's just another week. See you on Sunday. You don't have to say hi or bye or anything. Just take your points. And we'll see you on the next year. Bye-bye. Enjoy. Woo!